Me. Okay. Here we are. This is the monster. Godzilla. Yeah, nickname it Godzilla because it is one heavy machine, let me tell you. This one here is the Philco. What the heck is it? 53,960. I had to stretch my neck there so I could read it. Here it is right here. 53,960. Number of tubes, 7. Number of rectifier tubes, 1. It has a tone control aerial, internal aerial, a whip aerial. It does have a whip. Operating speaker, 7 watts, 10 inch. Yeah, it is a 10 inch, wow. Power consumption, 110 watts. I've always found that these come in way underrated. Here's the circuitry. Frequency, 540 to 1.7 meg. Shortwave 1, 1.7 to 5.3 meg. Shortwave 2, 7.5 to 22 meg. And then it's got the spread bands. Read them and weep. Okay, so that's it. Look at the dial stringing. Woo-wee, yeah. What a tangled web we weave. Yeah. Okay, so now here we go. Fortunately, everything is intact. Now, the one thing that this doesn't have that the Tropic had was it doesn't have individual lamps in each of the columns. No. This one here has one lamp and it's on a track, and every time you switch this thing, the linkage switches it into the next column and it moves the lamp. Yeah, talk about complexity. So anyway, there we are, and it has everything. Yeah, it has, I believe it does, everything that the Tropic has. However, I think the auxiliary input is in the back, and it's not a standard like RCA or terminal strip. It's a plug, and it's a specialized plug. So I'm going to have to make one for it whenever I get this thing completed. Now, what I've got here is I've got this leather peeling up. Now, I don't know what the heck I'm going to be able to do with this. I would like to take it out of there and put it aside for the time being, but I don't think that's going to be an option. I'm going to have to take and re-glue it down and then mask it so that I can do the finish on the cabinet. There's just no way in the world I'm going to be able to get to it that way. So I'm going to have to shield it and protect it from any scratching and stuff, because it has this, I don't know what the heck you call that on it. It has this border edging around the damn insert. All the knobs are intact and no cracking, no runs, no drifts, no errors. The paneling has a little bit of patining right here. I think we can buff that out to a degree. This here is just paint, and we are going to use a metallic on that and see if we can get it to pop. I'm going to have to look and see what my options are for new cloth. Yeah. Because I really don't want to use the onyx on it. but I'm going to leave that on the table. But we'll find something else that's going to be appropriate. So now here on the side, I've got masking off on this. So because it's delaminating here on the along the edges here, and I didn't want to have to risk catching it with my finger, picking this thing up, because you gotta pick this thing up from the bottom. There is no option for anything else. So, and if your finger gets caught on there, it's gonna rip and split the damn veneer right up the top. So I got tape on that. Everything else looks to be pretty good. This side over here, I'd put some tape on it also, but all the rest of it is pretty much solid. It does have a whip on it, and I think it goes up there probably about 30 inches to 36 inches, somewhere around in there. So now on the back, it does have a back panel. I took it off so I could inspect this after it was shipped to me, and so I can verify that everything is copacetic. So I've got it in there, and now I don't believe there's an antenna on it. I think it's just a back cover with screening on it, and it's in good shape. So we're just going to do a little touch up with that. All the tubes appear to be here. It doesn't look like anybody's messed with this. I think they did clip the cord off of it, or I did, one of the two. I don't remember. It's been sitting around for a little bit. It's got some screws loose. I don't know if they're missing or they're loose. I think this one here just fell out and was in the cabinet, because something was rattling around in here, and I did find something on there. Here is the lamp. It was busted. I guess it fell out and was banging around in here, but it goes up in that track right there, and it moves along with the changer. All this right in here is for the indicator, dial indicator. And the other one, I think, moves with the band switch. So, yeah, I'm hoping that speaker looks good on the other side as it looks good on this side. So, and it's got the old style IF, so there's not going to be an issue with silver mica disease. So all the screws are in the bottom. Yeah, there's two there and two there. So it doesn't look like anybody's messed with it. So anyway, let me take some implements of destruction to it and get this stuff out of here so we can take a closer look at it. Stand by. Okay, here we are. We got the chassis out relatively easily. 4 bolts on the bottom, the 5 knobs, they popped right loose, and the speaker, it came out in nice condition. Yeah, boy, that ought to sound real throaty. So we got that. Little dust bunnies here and there. A lot of the dust bunnies here and there. I see a screw that is in there for some reason. Look at the screws. I mean, look at the screws. This one here has been screwed, blued, and tattooed. Look at the screws down through there. Yeah. They're even on the bottom, too. Yeah. And the front, on that, shibba-da, scuba-dee. Looks like this interior panel will come off. Yeah. And it is screwed on there. Okay, I see where the screws were. These are not the original screws. I think these here were the original screws, and they had to do an alternate plan. So anyway, there we are. It looks like it's going to be a sweet deal. So here we are. Here's this thing. You can see the track there for the lamp. It goes across there. That goes down through there. That goes right to here. And I think this is your band control right here. Oop, band control. Tuning band control. This one here, I don't remember. I'll have to look, refresh my memories. It's got a combination of miniature and loctals. Now, there shouldn't be any issues with any of these. I don't think. Because these look like they're still pretty good. Okay, and we got a and we got one here too. So we got a square, triangle, and no marking. 20, 10, and 10 at 450. This one here is. Let's see what this one here says on it. A 20, a 10, and a 10 at 450. A square, triangle, and no marking. So, we got 6 E-caps in here, I think. Oh, what fun it is to cry. Oh, and I'm missing a shield. I got that shield. I got a shield for that. There's a shield for this one. So, okay. The moment of truth. The coups de grace. Yeah. Yeah, we got shielding in there for, I guess that's for the RF side. And we got looks like a bunch of caps that kind of ooze some goop. A few anyway. This assembly, sub-assembly, you know, I don't think it comes loose as easily as the other one did, but we'll have to dig into it and see. It looks like it does, but I'm going to have to do something with this dowel strings and stuff, all the linkages, because it's part of that sub-assembly and it's part of the chassis frame. So I might have to undo it and restring it. Oh. Okay. So this is untouched. So I think it should work. It might hum like a bird, but I think it should work. All we need to do is get some juice, and that's what we're going to do next. So stand by. We're going to move the inside I gotta do some spraying on the other cabinet first and let it air out, and and then we can move all this stuff in there and shelve the cabinet and the speaker for now, and get this up on the bench so we can get a power cord on it. So stand by, we'll be back for more. Okay, we're in on the bench. It is a little after 1 on Wednesday, the 29th of November. Same day still. Prior segment was earlier, like about 11 o'clock. We got this weight doorstop in on the bench, and we've got it hooked into the dumb boys and the isolated transformer. Speakers plugged in, ready to roll. I got the antenna on clippies into the thing. I've got my long wire clipped to the connection for the mast for the telescoping antenna. We'll just go that way because I didn't want to pull it out of the case and everything. So that's my telescoping antenna. It telescopes all the way out in the yard. Okay, now what we did on this thing, I've got it hooked into my meter. We're going to check the voltage at pin 8 of the Chinkawonky tube, and we'll see if it's going to read okay. Let's see what this says here. I don't have my eyes on. 335, I think it says. That's it right there. Right there. So we're going to check it at that point. We're going to see what we get out of it. I'm going to bring it up on the small bulb first, 75 water, and then we will opt for the second one, or go to the second one. And then if everything comes up all right there and we don't go too high, we will opt for 2 bulbs. Okay, we're on here, we're on there. I've got it set for amps. Okay, the one other thing I did on this thing was I put a new lamp in it, and I checked all the tubes. Yeah, I decided to go that route like I should have done on all the other radios prior to this, was check the tubes, make sure none of them are wonky. Well, one of the push-pull tubes, one of the B5s, was bad. I mean, totally bad. The other one is iffy. It's in the yellow zone, but it should still work. The bad one I replaced with a substitute tube. I don't remember what it was offhand, but it's a C5, not a B5. Okay, and all the other tubes checked out. Yeah, all the other tubes checked out. So, without any further doo-doo, let's fire it up. Oh, there we go. We got a lamp here. We're pulling 350 calicoms. What are we reading over here? 230 volts and coming back. So there we go. Yeah. 360 calicoms. Our bulb is bulbing. The radio is radiating. By the way, that's because of my CFLs and my halogens. I got both of those on. Let me turn down the halogens. There we go. There's that. Got rid of the pulse. And now let me shut CFLs down. There we go. I'm gonna have to do something about the lighting on these panels. See if I can improve it somewhat. It should be better than that. Okay, so that was a good sign. At least we got interference from that. So the buzzing indicates to me that we're live. And we're at 360. We're on the AM band, or the broadcast band. And we're down in the toilet, or we're in the dumps. I mean, we're in the basement. That's what I mean. Okay, let me grab a seat here. I do have my other CFLs behind me on, that the antenna runs out on. So let me get over here so I can give you a shot of the pointer. So let's go up. Hey, there's that. That's out of Phoenix.
That Burisma executives desperately wanted fired because they were being investigated. That Joe used leverage that money.
Yeah, it's a slight bit off, but it's doable.
$1 billion in loan guarantees that they were going to get anyway.
I think that buzz is from the CFL, because I got 3 of them floating up there. So let me shut these down. Yeah, that did it. I got rid of the busy buzz. Okay, now you can't see the Okay, let me see. Okay, I'll use this. Okay, we'll use that. Oh yeah, we love that glare. Yeah. Let's see, back over here. Wow. Okay. Okay, that'll do. Okay, let's see if we can get you a shot here. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure where that sports station is at, but I think it's in Prescott. I don't know.
Well, I think one of the things that I noticed that I thought it was easy once.
Wow, she's doing good. At the lower voltage and 1 bulb.
Practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com. The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift.
Why do you think Ohio State has a better loss than Michigan and Oregon and Washington?
They lost to the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines. I said this entire year, there were 2 teams that I thought that were the most complete teams in college football.
This is the tone.
Bulldogs, Michigan Wolverines. It's not like Ohio State got blown out in that game versus Michigan.
Fair.
They only lost by what, 7?
30-24, 6.
6 points. They lost by 6 points.
6, 7.
So I think Ohio State has a better loss
Okay.
than Oregon, even though Oregon should have won that football game.
Keep going. That's out of Flagstaff. Country station out of Flagstaff.
And when I take balance of nature, I can...
That's talk radio out of Prescott Valley. That's from somewhere on the planet. I don't know where that's coming from.
The red trees, I saw
I don't know where that's coming from.
Vehicle will come out and provide a 14-point furnace inspection, tune-up, a new filter, and a carbon monoxide test. If recommended repairs are completed, bringing your heater up to factory fresh specifications, we'll provide a 90-day breakdown warranty on your. We're here for you. Have a great day.
Okay, that is the extent of travel. It should go all the way to the top. Why it is not, I am not too certain. It might be at the full end of its travel as far as the string is concerned, but I'm going to have to check and see why it won't go all the way to the 1.7. So there's that. So let's kick this over into. We're not going to get anything on shortwave 1, shortwave 2. Shortwave 2, we should be able to get something on. Okay, let's go back the other way. Oscillator's working. In the middle of the afternoon, it's not a good time to be searching for. That's WWV at 15. So I mean the thing's just about right on. Okay, we're down on the part of the dial that's going to be evening programming, at least as far as where we're at. Okay, there's that. So if we caught that up around then we should be able to get something at out on the band spread on the 19 meter. I hope. Now, since all the screws are in the, yeah, that's a dead stop on something, isn't it? Now, if any of you has gotten to my my Tropic that I did about a year ago, somewhere around there, you'll see just what I encountered from the IFs to the RF coils for the specific bands. We had some mice living in the damn thing, and they chewed up a lot of the wires in the IF cans. How they got in there is beyond me. They must have been tiny little suckers. And some of the coils on the band spreads. And with this as closed up as it is, and being set flat on the base, I don't see any way that any rodents could get in this, because if it I believe the guy that was selling this thing was, he had it advertised, and I didn't see a back to it. So he claimed that it was over at his dad's place or something like that, if it existed, because he got the radio from his dad and didn't have a back on it. But he says I'll check on it, and when he confirmed that, I bought it. So since it didn't have a back on it, I can't see any way that the mice could get in here. They might could get it down through there and get in there, which be, you know, we'll have to jump in and see what we got as far as signals on the other coils, because there's a lot of them in there, just like the Tropic. So anyway, I've talked your head off enough. Didn't have to spin up the 2 bulbs. We were just throw another 10 minutes onto this, and I just needed to see it function, and it functions just fine. So we're going to leave it at that. I'll do a little bit more probing in the interim before I start stripping it down. Well, stripping it down to a point that is going to be, I'm not really sure if I'm going to go full blown on this, because I don't want to lose any of the labels. I've got the labels bagged as far as the images are concerned, so I can recreate them at any time. I just don't want to have to do it on this condition. I can clean around them and everything, and then we can seal up the chassis so it doesn't get almost stickified anymore with the shit. So, hey, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And if you want to keep an eye on this thing, I'm going to have it under a separate playlist, so you can track all the sequences that we've done on this thing up until the current point. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing if you haven't done it already, and thanks for your comments. Really appreciate those comments, because it really helps out my channel. I can't believe I've made over 600 people so far. Okay, I'm well done. Stick a fork in me, I'm out of here. Thanks.